Hey, it's Blue Dragon Bud back with my part 2 of my rotk 13 playthrough. I think I'm going to start off this video with a cutscene. I'm playing a Liu Bei playthrough, and I started a scenario after the Peach Garden Oath. Peach Garden Oath is always one of my favorite scenes, always one of my most desired scenes to see first in any rotk game. So I'll kick it off with the Peach Garden Oath scene, and then we'll get into part 2 of my playthrough video. Probably going to run a little bit longer on this video than the last one, so we'll have some fun. Okay. Peach Garden, there you go.
Liu Bei，
关羽、张飞，
我等在此义结金兰，立誓拯救汉室，安抚百姓。
我们三人不求同年同月生，只愿同年同月死。皇天厚土，请见证我们的誓言吧。
As you see, pretty run-of-the-mill if you've seen the other Peach Garden Oath scenes. Pretty similar, although I do really like the peach blossoms floating in the blue sky at the beginning of that one. I think that's pretty, really sets you up for a harmonious scene for, you know, that uniting of the brothers. But like I said, you know, kind of a letdown because the dialogue isn't as eloquent as some of the other ROTK and DW scenes in the past. For those that don't know, DW is Dynasty Warriors, basically the action version of this game. So let's load our game here. Nice thing about this is loading is really fast compared to a lot of games. As I say that, it's sitting on a loading screen. Okay, so now my first priority now is to get my income up. You see there on the right hand side, I have 4,510 gold. Right under that, you see that I have negative 72 revenue. Revenue is my income every month. I believe so. I believe every month you get gold. I believe, or no, it's still seasonal. Yeah, it's seasonal this one. So yeah, every season I'm gonna get negative 72 in gold. So if I don't improve that, I'm gonna lose money and not be able to pay my officers, and then my officers' loyalty will drop dramatically. So my first priority is. You may have seen in the last video, I appointed Zhang Fei as governor. I went ahead and removed him from governor. As the only thing I really did that wasn't on the video. But the reason I did that is because the governor will assign tasks to your generals. And you don't want someone, when you only have very minimal amount of money to work with, and you need to build quickly, and you're going to be losing money, you don't want someone giving people crappy assignments that aren't going to help you towards your goal and wasting your money. So I removed him as governor so that I'm the only one that can issue orders right now. All of my ministers have to make suggestions down here via the suggestion bar. We see these the three dots, you can click on them and they will give a suggestion, and you can either approve or decline that suggestion. I'm not going to even bother clicking on them because approving that suggestion increases their bond with you. Declining their suggestion decreases their bond with you. So you don't really want to set yourself up to have to decline their suggestion. So you really only want to take their suggestions if A, either you don't know what to do and you think they might have a good idea, or B, you have, you've got tons of generals, tons of money, and you really don't care. You like things getting done, and anything getting done is a benefit at that point, which happens after you get about 4 or 5 decent cities and start building up your officers. You're not going to want to issue all those individual commands. You're just going to want all your cities to progress, and you're really not going to care that much how efficiently they progress, because you're going to be worried about other things, mostly building armies in battle. So defending your territory, stuff like that. So you want your governors and stuff to build up your domestics. So right now, that's what I'm going to be doing, though. I'm going to be assigning domestic orders one at a time here to build up my stuff. Now, when you've got your 3 domestics: commerce, farming, culture. Culture improves almost nothing. Your population increases faster with culture increase. That's about it. Other than that, it has some slight bonuses. The main thing, though, is that you have to improve all 3 simultaneously. As you can see on the right hand side, you've got commerce. It says 1730 out of 2000. Well, that's the maximum it can increase until you increase the overall size of the city. You can't increase the overall size of the city, or what's called the overall prosperity of the city, but you can't increase it until you hit those benchmarks, those maximums, the 2,000 on each one. Once you hit 2,000 on each, then you can improve it. So if you don't improve them all at the same time, you're not going to be able to upgrade your city. You're not going to be able to upgrade your city. You're not going to get the higher benchmarks to be able to earn enough gold and supplies to actually make it worth it. Now, another thing you get as you increase, and I'll show you, I'm going to go ahead and increase commerce first to get myself out of the red, but then I'm going to have to increase the others at the same time as I go along, and I'll show you when you do. You'll get benefits every time you reach the benchmarks on each of these things, on each of the domestic categories. Now, one of the nice things is once you do it, okay, so here's what I'm doing. I'm setting my work goal. This is how much you're improving it, how many units you're improving your score. So it was 1730, so if I'm improving it 200, their goal is to get it to 1930. The max is 2000, so that's getting me almost all the way there. Now, it defaults to the lowest setting of 40. As you can see, if you click on the 40, the amount of gold required, the cost down there, right above the pictures, it says cost at 100 for 40, for an improvement of 40, cost of 400 for improvement of 200. So you can see it goes up. The more you want done, the more you have to pay for it to get it done, because that general has to pay every time he does the activity. He has a cost, and generally the cost you pay your general is going to be a little bit more than the actual cost it would require him to get it done. He's going to profit a little off the job. So I almost always will pick 200 because it seems to be the most efficient and cost-effective way. Plus, it gives them bonus merit each time they do it. I can't really think of one reason to do the lesser. Unless it's a suggestion from one of your advisors to do the job, and they pick someone who's totally not suited for the task, which they do all the time, and you just want that guy you want to approve the assignment, but you want the guy to get it done as quickly as possible and not waste a bunch of your money, because if they're not suited to do the job, the cost is going to go up way more than proportionate. So that's the only case in which you'd want to set it low, really, in my opinion. Once you get near the end of the benchmark, after I do this 200 here and get 1930, then it won't allow me to do the highest. It will only allow me to do what's left. So, it's not like you're wasting time or anything like that. You don't really have the option to do that. So I'm going to go ahead. Mizu is the best to get it done. Here in the situation, I will take care of one of the orders myself so you can see how that gets done, but I'm going to let Mizu do commerce in this case, I think is what I'm going to do. Actually, let me check out farming first and see if there's anyone good in farming. I might want to allocate Mizu to do farming. Maybe I'll do farming. Who's got culture? Okay, Chen Kun for culture. Get Chen Kun with the culture. Chen Kun. I have no idea how to pronounce his name. I think it's like, oh, actually, Q is really a Ch, so it's Chen Chun, huh? Chen Chun. All right. So get Chen Chun to do it.
我明白了。
Okay, and then what do we got? I'll do e-commerce first, get Mizu on commerce, and then I'll do the farming. Sorry if I'm mumbling. Sorry if I start talking low. If it's hard to understand me, I apologize.
你有时间吧？
As I get more focused on the game, I get less focused on speaking. Sorry. Two things are kind of proportionate. You hear a lot of people say, you can't walk and chew gum at the same time. I find it hard to talk and do anything else at the same time. It's like two separate parts of the brain that are not compatible. Now, let me explain this. There's two orders here. You have two orders as a ruler that you can issue to have people doing things all at the same time. Your advisors have orders. You cannot customize these orders. These are just whatever they suggest, and you can approve or decline them. Now, this is your comrades order section, where you can tell one of your comrades, anyone in your house who lives with you, to do something. And this is what I'm going to use for my command to get my order in. And so I'll be able to approve all three at the same time. And then, so how you carry out... Oh, I did commerce? Oh, fudge. It's no big deal. Luckily, that was me doing it. If I removed the job from someone else, I think there's a little bit of hard feelings, like it's not something that's displayed numerically in the game, but it seems to affect it similar to declining an advisor's request. They don't like their job being canceled. They a lot of times will say a negative remark after you cancel their job. So if it's just yourself, then it's not a big deal. Nothing, no negative effects from canceling your own job.
立即着手吧。
So farming is what I had meant to do. When you're doing a job, a new facility will pop up for whatever job you're doing, unless the job is at a facility that's always stationed. So the farming tool popped up here. So I go to my farming tool, and now the nice thing about this is you can co-op with anyone you have a strong bond with. Actually, you can request to co-op with anybody, but if you don't have a strong bond with them, they'll likely decline. You see the busy sign up there. You can still ask them. I could pick to try and ask Mizu to do this with me, but if they have the busy signal up there, the busy sign up there, they will automatically decline it no matter what their rapport is with you. Even if they're your bonded brother, they're not going to be able to help you if they're busy. I'm going to go ahead and use Guan Yu, I guess. Highest, no reason not to. He's not doing anything else. If Zhang Fei was governing the city right now and making his own choices, I would probably choose to use someone who I knew wasn't going to be used. you know, I know someone like Guan Yu is going to be used in so many ways, so I probably wouldn't pick him and would pick someone else. But in this case, go ahead and Guan Yu. It shows you what your best results are here. Oh, I can go through this. I will gain more facilities. More of these facilities will open up as I improve my farming. Great Farm is it automatically defaults to your best choice in all of these almost all the time. Sometimes you can go down here and there will be better choices. This 3-shift system only has a 90% success rate. So there's a 10% chance that this fails and I get no bonus. That plus 38 bonus, 0. Okay? The increased workers option has a 100% success rate. There is no chance of failure. I will get that plus 19 bonus no matter what. But to me, the 10% chance of failure is worth going for the extra 20 or 19. So you can see it says best results down there is my total best results with this system, and that's actually not quite true. Certain events can happen during these sometimes that will actually increase results even above this, but those won't be tabulated in your results column anyway. So. It's kind of true. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and increase the speed. I got the speed on the lowest. There's really nothing I'm going to be doing. See, here we go. Here's one of the things that can help increase the farming. Zhang Fei is my comrade, as there's a random chance that any of your comrades, based on their relationship with you, will stop in and just offer their help while you're doing something. Of course, you should always accept it. It cuts time by 5 days, so it makes your job get over a lot faster. Helps you get onto another job, improve things a lot quicker. Okay, see, now I found a brigand boss messing with my crops. If I kill him, I'm gonna get another bonus to the farming. So we gotta catch him. Agreed. Let's split up. I'm going to go after the leader. If you go after the gang, you get a little bit of a story. If you go after the leader, you get to duel him and fight him and get a bonus. So you don't get the bonus if you don't kill the leader. So we get to see our first duel. Now you see Liu Bei has 102 in war, which Liu Bei doesn't have 102 in war. Liu Bei has 86 in war. He's also got a +5 item and a +10 boost to my war for my comrades that you saw me explain in the last video. So that's how Liu Bei ends up being a 102 powerhouse, which it's really not. You'll see all the officers are getting these bonuses, so everybody's up equivalently. Like if Liu Bei wants to go duel Zhu Hong or someone else, if they're also getting bonuses like these, for instance, if they're one of my comrades, they'd be getting the exact same bonuses. If they have ranks, they're going to be getting bonuses. So the computer, the officers controlled by the computer will also get those rank bonuses, sometimes as high as +7, +8, +9 to war as well. So a lot of people's war are boosted. This boosted war does make it kind of ridiculous sometimes for these no-name officers. Pretty much, it makes it more realistic because the duels aren't the easiest. I'll explain them a little, but it's a matter of chance. If you don't have higher war than your opponent, you don't get to see any of his moves that are on the right. The right-hand side are his plans through the next 5 turns. He's already selected his plans of action. He knows what he's going to do. And you get to see, I get to see 3 of those because of my higher war than his. If you had lower war than his, you wouldn't get to see any. Slightly higher, you might get 1. So attack will beat unbalance, which he's doing there. Attack or knockout will thwart his unbalance, his attempt to unbalance my defense. Unbalance will work against defend. If I were defending and he were to use unbalance, I would be thrown off and I wouldn't be able to attack for the next turn. He would basically get a free hit on me. Unless I had selected to defend. I believe if you had already selected to defend, I believe it will still carry that out. Oh, no, it won't. You can't attack or defend. That's true. Yeah, no. Yeah, you're screwed if they actually unbalance you. It doesn't happen to me very often because I very rarely will pick defend unless I see an attack already on my opponent's game plan. It's the only time I'll use the defend. And then knockout, of course, is a higher attack. The knockout is increased in power with every time you defend. Each time you defend, you see that yellow 1 right on the right side of defend. That circle will go up to that top circle 1. The yellow will go up there, and then you'll see it be on 2. Each time you defend, that multiplier will increase until you fill 3. When you fill 3, your knockout will be its highest. So if I wanted to get my highest knockout, I would do that. In reality, attacking every turn will actually kill him faster than defending knockout. He will die a lot faster by me just doing this. With the difference of war. I'm not going to do that. I'll show you how the game is played a little bit. So I attack on the unbalance. I would defend on the attack. Probably do a regular attack on the one I don't know because I don't know what it's going to be. It'll probably be a defend. I could probably put an unbalance there and thwart his next attack, but I'm not going to do it because if I put on balance and he's attacking, then he's going to get a cheap shot in on me. It won't kill me, but it's not gonna affect the outcome. But still, I'm kind of a perfectionist. Not to be a dick, just I don't like to get hit by the computer. You know what I'm saying? So this is how I'm gonna set it up: attack, defend, knockout. It's gonna correlate to his, so I'm defending each time he's showing attack here. So let's see how that works. He's almost dead. If I had just attacked this time instead of defending, I would have killed him right there. I'll kill him before I get the knockout blow. Unfortunately, I was hoping you'd get to see the knockout, but it went too fast. And you see I gained 9 war experience for killing him. So every 100 experience, you go up 1 attribute point. So that 9 experience gain, takes me almost 1/10 of the way up to getting another attribute point, which is cool. Shoot an arrow, right? You shoot the arrow, yeah. Oh, I got an extra 20 war experience instead of a bonus in the farming for that one. So now you see I just earned a new prestige class choice of Gallant. So if I wanted to, I could go change my prestige. Now I'm a dutiful general right now. I'll go into this, show you a little bit more of this. Let's see, what's a Gallant? It's not even. I think that's in the advisor. Or no, that's at the warrior tree. But Liu Bei's best, his marquee status is Zhao Li the Benevolent. So this is, of course, what I'm going to work towards. It's not really the best leader one, in my opinion. Flying General is pretty awesome. Illustrious General is probably my favorite. If somebody doesn't have a marquee status, because basically this marquee status just replaces another generic status and adds just a couple of extra things. But aside from that, the basic things on the right hand side that you see under Zhao Li the Benevolent is basically the same as any general would get if they took this spot. I don't remember exactly what general that is. It's been a little while since I played this game, so but yeah, it just covers another generic commander skill tree slot. Illustrious General is one of my favorite because you can build up your personal troops training level to very extensive levels. They get very strong, way stronger than other troop types. In fact, it's nice because if you put just 1,000 of your private troops in the units of each one of your each one of the units going out, even though they're your private troops, you can assign them to your other generals' armies. And if you put just 1,000 of your private troops in each one of the armies, it increases the overall army strength tremendously, the overall unit strength tremendously. So it's a good little tip if you want to really get in some dominating units as soon as you can get up to the 4th tier of the prestige. It's a pretty good one. But I'll be going the Zhao Li, the Benevolent Tree, just for role play perspective, just to complete Liu Bei's destiny. Okay, so now you can see with the one run on the farming that I did so far, I completed half of the job. So I got to go back to the farming and complete the other half. Okay, 3-shift system still available. So these things aren't always available. Sometimes I believe none of these are optional, but there will be occasionally an optional one that pops up called full mobilization, full deployment, something like that. And it has a expanded bonus, and it only pops up after you have certain facilities, and even after you have those facilities, it's only available on an occasional basis. I don't know what procs it, what makes it happen. I don't know what determines when it pops up. And I've been playing this game for a long time. I don't know what determines when it pops up, but it seems to be random. Like how the wandering merchant goes through the area. I don't know. It seems to work on that kind of system, how it just randomly pops up every once in a while that you can use it. Maybe it's even a time delay of a certain extent. You can only use it once every 3 seasons it becomes available again or something. It's pretty rare though. It doesn't come up all the time. Anyways, so I'll go ahead, Guan Yu again.
立即着手吧。
Get that done. Now Mizu wants that he's working on his job to increase commerce. So he's coming to me with an idea. Now, if I choose the safe path and give him 500, he will. It'll have like a 70% chance of succeeding, I believe. If I give him like the lower amount, I believe is safer, and I'll have a higher percent of chance succeeding, but it'll have a much lower bonus. Whereas if I give him 1,000, I'll have a lower chance of succeeding, but he'll gain a higher bonus on his assignment. So I'll go ahead and do it. I'll give him 1,000, and then you'll see after his assignment is concluded, he'll report back to me and let me know if it was successful or not. Okay, Zhang Fei is going to cut 5 days off my time again. Here you go. Mizu tells me his plan succeeded, so that's great. And you can see wildly successful venture. That's the bonus right there, plus 10 to the final results of that day of farming. He was using his brother there, Mi Fang, as co-op. Mi Fang, literally one of the worst people in the game. Not like the worst stats, but seriously, just a shitty guy, shitty stats. So unfortunately, I think that's why Mizu gets dinged in Koei's games, because Mizu did everything great. Like, Mizu was great at politics, Mizu led armies, but Mizu's stats don't really reflect what he did very well, and I think he gets dinged on his brother's behalf, on Mi Fang's behalf. I think Koei kind of dings his stats because of that. Okay, so we got the Dongzhou coalition scenes are starting to kick in now. The historical scenes after Dongzhou got killed, and Li Jui and Guosi had things going on. So I'll let you read some of this here and be quiet. "
那终归是强词夺理吧。我有一个提案，
出发。
Okay, so this scene basically is just where Cao Cao
报告。
takes, it's basically trying to quote unquote rescue the emperor from Li Jui and Guosi.
什么？援军已经到达。
多谢。打扰了。是。
Okay, so Cao Cao gets the emperor, Cao Cao gets the emperor, and moves to Zhu Chang. So this is going to expand Cao Cao's territory a lot really quickly here. He's going to start taking over stuff, and I'm going to be in trouble pretty soon if I don't start expanding. So. I'll show you basically what the effects are of that. So, here we go. Cao Cao only had, he had already had Zhu Chang, but he had only had these territories. So it gave him this territory from taking out Guosi, and I think it also gave him Jiajui. Unless Jiajui went down to Zhangjiu. Yeah, Jiajui would be down here then. Zhangjiu, that's one of the major effects from that, is that Zhangjiu breaks off from them and sets up in Wan. So Cao Cao is going to start expanding. He's going to go after Zhangjiu here, and he's going to go after Li Jui and Ma Teng here. And then him and Yuan Shao will probably fight. He'll want to take out Lu Bu and me fairly quickly too. Yuan Shu is going to start expanding here and here, and then Sun Si is going to expand out here. So you can see there's not going to be room for me if I don't take some room. So I'm going to have to work on that. But right now I don't have enough generals or money to effectively do that. So that's what I need to work on. So we're going to go back to the city. Take me back. City side. Okay, unpause it. Get that farming
结
going.
果是这样啊。
Oh, see, there's that 10% failed 3-shift system. Not only did I not get a bonus, it gave me a negative 12. So you can see how it's not too cool to fail that. I would have completed my task. I would have gotten my goal. I would have hit the goal and finished all of the farming had I picked the safe option. So right there, I didn't expect to be able to show you how that could actually negatively affect, because it so rarely happens that 90% fails. But if I had done the increased workers at the plus 19, it would have been an extra 31. Yeah, 31 points. Minus 12 would be taken away. Plus 19, extra 31 points. So I would have actually still needed six more points to get it done. Now I could, in this situation, seeing as I only need 42, it would probably be smart just to do the plus 19. If I failed the other one again and didn't meet the results, I would be upset. So I'll just do
立
that.
即着手吧。
Okay,
着手吧。
so
着手吧。
now
着手吧。
I
喂，
我深感荣幸。
Okay, another bandit. I guess I'll get another plus 20 in war experience, so that'll be nice. Get another attribute point pretty soon.
来，
休要搞，亲自体会大义的分量吧。
Nah, screw it. Let's finish him off.
起招吧！
Shoot that motherfucker. Okay, you can see my revenue popping up there, so that's a lot better. Got some positive revenue coming up because of Mizu's work on the commerce. Got my farming all the way up. So as long as we can get this, after you're done with the mission, you got to report on it to get your credit for it. Even though you're a ruler, you still earn deeds and accomplishments for doing jobs. So it's nice to get that stuff done. Improve your guys' record on things. I'll show you what I mean by improve. Okay, you got. There's several ways that your character is rewarded or rated based on his performance. Let's see, where is that stuff? Oh, I know what's around here. Let's go. Okay. Now you gain, you gain stuff to your duty record for bravery, aptitude. Your aptitude, bravery, and duty will all increase or decrease based on things you do. People may come up and I know, like, it seemed to be much more present when I've looked at it before. I don't know. It'll come up. There we go. There you can see. My stats in duty, bravery, and aptitude are all right there. And basically, the only thing that really affects is the way other people see you. The higher you have in each one of those, the more that other people who like those skills, like for instance, you see under duty, Liu Bei reveres it. Under bravery, he honors it. Aptitude honors it. Reveres the highest. Honor, I believe, is the second highest, and it goes down. And how high of a regard people have for these traits. Some people have a very low regard for these traits. So if you have a high score in the trait, they won't like you as much. But if someone likes that trait, for instance, most of the generals, at least, that I consider good generals, that I like to play with, that I like to have, are the more honorable types of generals, the more altruistic characters, at least in the story. They all respect high numbers in all of these, so I always try to improve them as often, as much as I can, because the more you improve them, the more other people like you, the more you can form bond with them quickly. That's why a lot of times, if you're starting out in the game, it's a little bit harder to make friends than after you do more things, get more respect, and you go out and people start liking you a lot faster when you're interacting with them. Like I said, I'm eventually going to be going for Zhang Liao. Even though I have a lot of the traits that he admires, he'll be a tough one, I bet. I mean, usually is. We'll see. I think I'm going to go ahead and help Mizu out with the commerce, get the commerce done right now, so we can put that to bed and then get our upgrade going on.
立即着手吧。
Full mobilization. There we go. See, that's what I was talking about before. This only pops up once in a while. It's got that big apostrophe next to it. So yeah, success rate 100%. Look at that bonus. 42 on that bonus. It's awesome. I love when the full mobilization pops up. Unfortunately, I don't need it in this situation. I don't. I wish this was a situation where I had like 300 or 400 that I needed in my commerce, but it's not. So
不成问题。
立即着手吧。
it's mostly going to go to waste
客人
this
来
time.
了。你来
Jen
的
Wei
正
wants
好
to。visit me. Okay, see, this is another part where I get to improve my skills. Unfortunately, I forget these things all the time. I promise you, I know every question they ask. It's somewhere in my brain, but I forget and have to guess all the time. So he visited Xiaopi lately and found it to be impressively well ordered. Do I know which city controls? I believe I'm in control of Xiaopei, but Xiaopei might be the one that Liu Bei took from me. I don't remember. He might be in Xiaopi or he might be in Xiaopei. I haven't really been paying attention to this playthrough. I haven't looked at which city I have, so I really don't know. I think Liu Bei's got Xiaopei. But historically, I know he took Xiaopi because Xiaopi is a bigger city. I'm gonna say I got Xiaopei. Yeah, I knew he had it. Bah. Okay. So, I had a chance to increase my aptitude. My aptitude would have gone up by 10. Instead, it falls by 5. It's not a big deal. You see, these don't change dramatically. So you have to do a lot of work to get them to change over time. It builds up. You know, you'll get some good bonuses to your relationships with people. To increase your bond with people quicker if you can get these up. But it does take a while to work on it, and the -5 setback isn't something I'm going to worry about. So it's not a big deal. People pop up and ask you those questions all the time. More friends you have, more people stop by and ask you those stupid questions.
我深感荣幸。
And a lot of them just have to do with what officer is on what force and what city what force controls.
结果是这样啊！
If only I had seen the scene before the question, I would have known right there. Oh, but see, that's true. Liu Bei did give Xiaopei to Liu Bei, but then Liu Bei took Xiaopi, but that must not have happened yet. I thought we were already after that part.
可以打扰一下吗？
See, we're working up
说
to
说
that
你
right
的
now.
见解吧。
Fortunately, I don't think there is a scene, a nice Liu Bei shooting the halberd scene like there is in a couple of the ROTKs. I think you just get a brief paragraph description about what happens instead of a nice Liu Bei shooting through the eye of the halberd scene, which is one of my favorite scenes.
请听我说，
I don't think Guan Yu was quite that astute about this in history. I might be mistaken, but I don't think he was on the nose with this one. Oh, I didn't remember getting a choice for this. Oh. If I don't attack you on Shu, does that mean that Liu Bu's not going to get, that Liu Bu won't take my GFP? Because I won't leave Zhang Fei in charge? Huh. Interesting. I will probably lose. There will probably be some sort of punishment, some sort of merit loss or something for declining the Imperial Decree. I assume it will save my GFP, which, yeah, I think I'm going to go with don't attack because I just started building up the the stats of my GFP. I don't want to lose it. It's this stupid event. I'm torn. I want to go historic. But I don't want to lose my city. Shoot. I think I'm gonna go with the non-historical choice.
好的。
Wow, I didn't know that was awesome. That's sweet. Liu Bei sees through Cao Cao's plot. Oh, that's the first time. Liu Bei never got that credit on his own in history, that's for sure. Okay, see here now my city's getting increased after the month was over. You know, all my stats were at the 2,000, so now I get to pick which thing I want here. Now I was really hoping that I was going to have a facility that would allow me to sell supplies. I do not. I have the Great Farm, which allows me to buy supplies, but in GFP, I'm not going to be able to sell supplies. I'm going to need to get one of my places able to sell supplies. So I'm going to need, after I set up, put a granary here, after I set up the choices here in GFP, I'm going to need to move to Langyi and improve the stats in Langyi.
哎呀，真是风和日丽呀！
I'm going to need to improve the stats in Langyi in order to get the farming facility I need to sell supplies. Once I can sell supplies, then I'll have enough funding to be able to expand. So that's one of my first goals. I'm going to need to wrap up, after they wrap up their things, top off this culture. Commerce is going to wrap up in just a second. Yep, there it goes. Culture done. Okay, here's another cool little thing. Now these things where people stop by and ask you these random things are all parts of the expansion. Without the expansion, you don't get this stuff. So he says he finds a scroll. You get to pick which scroll you want. The bamboo scroll on top is always the most powerful. So like if it might not be right, for instance, I can pick this bamboo scroll on top, and then it can say the results could be the bamboo scroll crumbles in my hand, and I get no bonuses. The scroll in the middle might be the right scroll, but the max bonus you can get from the scroll in the middle or the scroll on bottom is a +5. The max bonus you can get from the scroll on top is a +10. It's not always there. I think it's pretty equal chance which one. I don't think it's any more chances for the middle or bottom. I always pick the one on top, just in case. Might as well try for the +10. Oh, I got it. So 10 leadership experience. So let's see. Okay, so now you can see I've maxed out my values, and those values are going to increase after the next month or next season. I don't remember. Next month or next season. I believe it's next month. The values will all increase. But right now, what I'm going to do is go here and transfer my people to Langyi. And basically what I'm going to do is transfer Cao Bao back to GFP. I'll leave Chending and Langyi. And I'll transfer everybody except maybe like Mi Feng leave Mi Fang and Cao Bao in GFP. They all leave Jian Yong with them. At least one trustworthy person can be there. Okay. To there. I will move Cao Bao. Cao Bao. Okay.
是。
Okay, and the nice thing about this is transferring supplies and transferring people is relatively easily, very easy compared to previous installments. Really streamlines it, makes it a lot quicker for you. So now my main base is here. Still gotta wait a couple days for everybody to get there, but I'll go into the city once my leader gets here. Oops, oh, I gotta move myself there. I didn't do that yet. Okay, so
走吧。
once I get to the city, my commands will pop up. Yes. And first thing I need to do is transfer some gold supplies over here. So redistribute. And you see how easy this is. You just go here. Click on the city. You can see the calculators up on the gold. So the gold is what we're controlling right now. So I'll just leave them with 1200 and add 2000 over here. Boom. Boom. So you can see if I wanted to change it to rice, I would just hit R1 and it toggles between the two. And I can change either one I want the supplies. But I don't need to do that right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and change those. So I got the 4,000 over here. I'm going to go ahead and get to work. As soon as my other generals show up, I'll start assigning. Actually, I can probably assign them before they show up. So let's see. Again, we got to get up 2,500 in farming. Obviously, there's already been a farming bonus taken here. What I mean by farming bonus is, I'll show you here. Let's see. Here, you see down at the very bottom of the window there that I just changed, there's a farming tool that's highlighted in gold and everything else is gray. Those are all the city upgrades you can pick. Those are the big upgrades, not the teeny facility upgrades, but the big city upgrades that you're going to be able to pick. And they all have symbols there. When I get to upgrade one, I'll show you and explain some of what they do. So now I'm going to assign the orders again. Basically exactly the same thing I just did. I'm going to Mizu with the commerce, 200 commerce, Mizu.
你有时间吧，遵命。
I will hit Chinchun up with the culture.
你有时间吧，遵命。
Yep. And okay, you can see the screen I'm on here also, which I didn't mention, shows my military training. Now, the bronze pictures of the sword, the horse, and the bow are all equated to the level of my troop training. Once you get it over 1,000, it turns to silver. Over 2,000 turns to gold. They're much more effective on the silver and gold. They move a little bit slower usually, but they're much more effective troops. One of the first things you want to do as soon as you have the extra money to be able to increase those things. As soon as you have the extra money, which I don't, the first thing I need to do is make more money. So that's why I'm doing this. But as soon as I have the extra money, and probably as soon as I can sell supplies to artificially create that extra money, then I will go ahead and be able to spend more on improving my army, which will be very important. So, but right now it's just more of the same, more what I've been doing. 3 shift system, Unfortunately, no full mobilization for me on this one when I actually need a lot to get done.
立即着手吧。
可以吗？
Wang Zhong wants to help me out. Apparently Zhang Fei needed a break. Okay, now I told you guys about my money scene before. This is the first time. Now, I haven't been doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I should have already been searching and buying items, but I haven't been doing that. Anyways, we'll watch my money scene. And amazingly, this chick just has 10,000 gold to give me for saving her son. Now, I did put in there that it was the Lord's son, and he was trying to save the Lord, but that the kid was trying to save the Lord. So you figure the Lord's gonna give a reward. But in this scenario, I'm actually the Lord of this city, so kind of makes no sense. Kid saved my life. I went and killed the thug, got the dagger, saved his life, and somehow a peasant lady rewarded me $10,000. Doesn't always have to make sense. Still, it's a fun thing to have.
很荣幸能见到你。
I don't think that decision is going to work out too well for Kasozo. Haha. I forgot about this. This is where poor Dianwei dies. Dianwei. I think he's kind of overrated and underrated at the same time. You know, I don't think he has many military achievements as much as he was known as a powerful combatant. I don't think he really had any marshaling achievements, so kind of both overrated and underrated. But if you read the story, then you probably, like me, have kind of a soft spot for Dian Wei because of how loyal he was in the story to Cao Cao.